no, we have a few people. We're never going to change them. The Phillips and the Hines and the Lincoln Lewis, they make a living off of representing Afro-Guyanese cause, representing in inverted commas, because I believe in their hearts they don't care a damn about people. They make a business, a profession of it.
Mr. Jagdeo says it seems as though Mr. Eric Phillips, Dr. David Hines and Lincoln Lewis are selective in their pursuit to fight for the rights of Afro-Guyanese. Mr. Jagdeo took umbrage to a recent article penned by Mr. Lewis.
And then he repeats once again, which I've dealt with, about the 400 people who were killed in the period. And I have the list here, and we're going to publish this list to show how many were policemen, how many were bandits, how many were ordinary citizens in their home.
Mr. Lewis, though, is maintaining what he said about this issue. He shared his view in a brief interview with the Nightly News Friday afternoon.
So Lewis, the other issue which were raised is that these about 400 youths who were killed during the crime spree. Mr. Jagdeo said that's a wedge issue basically, and he said you're making a song and dance of this particular issue.
I have to talk about it. I have to talk about this. Is the man who was president said that these people are criminals when he was asked about the extrajudicial killing. It is not for him to determine. The law, chapter 144 of the laws of Guyana says that when a person dies under unnatural circumstances, an inquest will be held. Have they held the 400 inquest?
Jagdeo questioned the seriousness of the Afro-Guyanese advocates' cause.
One day asked them, as the same ones, when this government took away the land from 41 Afro-Guyanese families, whether they were there. Eric Phillips didn't show up, or Lincoln Lewis, or the others.
Mr. Lewis says he is firm in his cause.
I speak out against wherever I see violation and transgression. I'm a person who advocate for rights and just cause. Let me make this very clear. Whosoever politician benefit when I speak, so be it.
Jagdeo says he may never be forgiven by Mr. Lewis because of an old grievance. He said when he was head of state in one of the bauxite mining areas, he successfully managed to get the workers to rally behind him instead of Mr. Lewis.
99.9% of those workers were Afro-Guyanese. They said, we want to work directly with Jagdeo and the government. Don't come around here, Lincoln Lewis.
But as Mr. Lewis puts it, that's not the crux of the matter. He explained that he was never there. In fact, he says, the workers chose Mr. Jagdeo because he promised the workers lots of perks, including house lots and higher wages, which were never delivered.
The man knew that he could not have delivered these things to people, but he went and he lied to them. You know what he did? He break up the people pension fund, the largest fund, the largest pool of money that was owned by African people in this country, 2.5 billion fund. He break it up. Will I forgive Jagdeo for that 2.5 billion that he did? I will never forgive him.
When contacted by phone for a response, Mr. Eric Phillips said Mr. Jagdeo is ill-informed about his continued support and contributions to Afro-Guyanese groups. Royd and James, HGP Nightly News.